What's up, guys, and welcome to Sebango the podcast. I'm the first half of your host, Seb.
And I'm the second half of your host, Angel.
Alright, just a little, um, like an FYI. It is very hot today, so I have my fan on. I don't know so if you guys can hear that in the background, sorry about that. But, yeah, okay. Anyways, let's start with the podcast. So, this morning, or like last night, I don't know the exact time, but a new trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings came out, right? Or like teaser trailer, basically, right? So, um, wait, hold on, sorry, I'm getting game invites from Fungus Spider 53. I don't know who that is, but okay.
Fungus Spider. No clue
Um,
who that is, but it is a thing.
anyways, a teaser trailer came out. It was like 2 minutes and 5 seconds long. It let us know when it's coming out, and then I don't think it told us where it's coming out though, right? Like, did it say in theaters and on Disney Plus for like like
Oh,
admission
you're
fee
right.
or no, right? It didn't say, right? It didn't say.
Yeah, it didn't say.
Yeah, it just said September 1st. I was like, oh, okay. I just kind of thought about that right now. But anyways, so Shang-Chi, here's all I know, right? I could be wrong, but this is what I know. But basically, his, in the comics, his dad is not, um, the Mandarin. His dad is like some other guy. But the reason they changed it in the movie, in the MCU, is because the dad in the comics is a very stereotypical Chinese dad. Like he's got the long face, like the mustache where it like goes from both ends and it's really long and it just hangs off the sides, stuff like that. And like the very squinty eyes, and he wears like a bowl on his head and stuff like that. It's a very stereotypical Chinese like character, right? So they wanted to change that because that's not right. So they changed it to in the MCU, his dad is the Mandarin, right? Which I mean, it makes more sense. Like I don't know. I think it's better
I
that
think
way.
it's cool. I think it's
Yeah.
really cool.
So basically, from what we know, the Mandarin has trained. I think his name is Shang-Chi. I think that's his name, but I'm not sure. But
I'm pretty
uh,
sure that's
his
his
superhero name?
superhero name.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna refer to him as
Maybe.
Shang-Chi. So, so basically, the dad had trained the son for 10 years in the form of martial arts, right? So that he cannot be killed because he is the son of the Mandarin, right? So then for 10 years, he let him be on his merry way, and like he's like, I'm gonna give you 10 years to live a normal life, then you gotta come back for me. So then Shang-Chi lived his normal life, but then what I assume is that after those 10 years were up, he didn't want to come back to live with his dad or work for him, whatever. So he's fighting his dad and that one guy that was wearing that mask. Remember that guy?
Oh yeah.
So and then somehow there's like superpowers. So like in one of the clips you see the Mandarin wearing like 10 rings on his wrist, right? 5 on each wrist, right? Not like small finger rings, but like they're like metal rings, right? And on his wrist. Then in another clip you see just some guy's arm, and then it has those 5 rings on one of them, but they're separated and they're glowing blue, right? And then in another clip you see some guy using those rings to smash a table, right? And then there's like a blue aura coming off of him, right? So I think the 10 rings are like they give the Mandarin superpowers somehow. So that'll be pretty interesting to see. Like, like super strength, and then super strength mixed with martial arts. That's gonna be pretty like strong. So like just from the fight scenes that we've seen already, it's gonna be pretty cool. Like, this movie's gonna be pretty cool. And then something I saw on TikTok was in the comics, Shang-Chi and Spider-Man trained together to create a new fighting style, right? I think it was called like the Way of the Spider or something like that. So it would be pretty cool for them to like, like meet up in this movie. I doubt it's gonna happen because they'd have to make like an agreement with like Sony, and Spider-Man's got his own movie going on. So I kind of doubt it's gonna happen, but it would be pretty cool to see. But
That would be
yeah,
amazing.
this movie's gonna be pretty dope. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. What do you think?
I like the whole martial arts aspect of it since we haven't seen much of like the like martial arts in any of the Marvel movies. Like, I mean, yeah, you have
Mm,
like Black Widow being like an assassin and
yeah,
everything, but I don't know if she was trained specifically in martial arts. She's like good at fighting and everything, but I like the whole martial arts direction they're taking with it
yeah,
and how he was like trained for 10 years, like the dedication to that. Because I'm pretty sure that's like real. That's how like they actually train, right? They
yeah.
take
They're very
years and
strict in
everything.
their training. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I just thought that was like really cool how they were like brought some light into that. I mean, not as in like it's bad, but I mean like
Yeah,
as in like so,
the whole training
you know,
aspect of it.
like
Yeah.
the whole Chinese aspect of it. Like I feel like they really nailed that.
Hmm. It's gonna be pretty cool. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Do you think he's gonna be in the Young Avengers? Because like they kind of set it up
Um,
already, right? With Wiccan
he doesn't
Speed.
seem that young, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't seem that young, so that's what I was thinking. Like, you know, because they set it up with Wiccan Speed, Kate Bishop as Hawkeye in the new Disney Plus Hawkeye series soon, and then there's rumored to be a kid Loki in the new Loki series, and then you know also Patriot from Eli Bradley and stuff like that. You know, so like they've kind of
Oh
set it
yeah.
up already. So and then I think he's like a teenager in the comics, but I mean obviously I don't think he's a teenager in the movie because you know 10 years training, 10 years in a normal life, that's already 20 years, so he's not a kid anymore. Yeah, never mind, that was a dumb question. But so speaking of like TikTok, right, I saw this guy, he was like, so I'm repeating what he said from what I remember, okay? So he's a like, um I woke up 2 hours early this morning and it was weird because I don't usually wake up that early. But I think my subconscious was telling me about uh the new Shang-Chi trailer, right? And then he's like, I watched that right away, and then he was like reviewing it or like breaking it down a bit, and then at the end it was showing him like tearing up, like crying, and he was like I'm pretty happy to see like a superhero that looks like me. You know, he's like, it makes me very appreciative. And then I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. You know, like, you know, people finally like getting representation in like
Yeah, see
characters
that's what I
they
meant by
look
like they're
up to.
bringing light into it. I
Yeah,
just didn't really know how to word it.
yeah, representation. Yeah, and then a lot of the
Yeah.
people in the comment section were like, oh, the ending made me tear up, and like, this is how you know representation really means a lot to people and stuff like that. And like, I mean, I get it, you know, like, but at the same time, I don't, because I, like, being Mexican American and then living in Japan most of my childhood, then living in America, literally barely knowing Spanish, I kind of have, like, nothing to do with, like, my Mexican heritage. So, like, seeing a Mexican superhero isn't that big of a deal for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, cool, he's Mexican. But I get where they're coming from with people that like, you know, want representation in like characters that they look up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty heartwarming and cool. And like there's gonna be a lot of kids that like, you know, I also saw another one where it was instead of an Asian person, it was a black person, and then he was like it was a white guy who married a black girl, right? And then he's like um something about the Falcon and Winter Soldier and how his little daughter was happy to see like the like a black superhero, like a black Captain America and stuff like that. And like she was so happy about it. And then he was like, that just like warms my heart seeing like how important that is to my black daughter. You know, I was like, that's really cool. So like, you know, with the new more representation, like we have black characters already, like Sam and T'Challa and like you know all those characters, and then now we're getting like Asian characters, so it's pretty cool, you know. I think it's really cool. But yeah, yeah, okay. Well, anything to say?
I just love it. I love the whole martial arts aspect, especially
Yeah,
since I think martial arts is really cool. It's a lot more realistic than what they like show in most movies, like powers and everything. Like martial arts is just
vibranium
realistic.
arms.
Like it's a thing. Like it's
Yeah,
literally a thing.
yeah.
So
It is
I
pretty cool.
always love seeing it in movies. I'm like, wow, the fact that they and the thing is, actors actually know how to do that. Like they have to learn it.
Uh,
So I find it all really cool. Like I've just always loved martial arts.
what I thought was pretty cool was that one scene where he's like in the bus, I think it is, and then that girl's about to fall out the window, and then he
And
just
he
so
like
like,
catches it.
yeah, he just catches her by the hoodie, pulls her back, and then like these two other guys are like gonna attack him or something. He just jumps up mid-air, kicks to both sides with both legs, and then just like knocks them out. And I was like, damn, you know, like that's so cool. And then his like friend from like the valet, the job that he worked at, he's like, "Who are you?" And then he just kind of like stares at her. I was like, "That's so cool." And, like, I don't know, I'm really looking forward to this movie. You know what I just noticed? We're getting Loki right after the Falcon and the Winter Soldier in like June, July, I think, right? Then we're getting Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, right, in September. Then we're getting Spider-Man 3 in December, right? Because apparently it's coming out on Christmas, right? So, and then
Yeah.
after that, we're getting Attack on Titan, the final season, part 2. So literally the final season. So damn, this whole year we got stacked for shows that we could watch. Or not shows, but like media. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's stacked. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Oh man. Okay, I'm very happy for that. Okay, so the other day, like report cards came in, right? And I had all F's except for two classes I had an A in, right? And my mom told me like, "Oh, you need to work on those grades." And she's like, "We need to do something about it." I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You know what? I wasn't gonna tell you this, but I bought you a PS5. It's in the closet right now." And then she's like, "I was gonna give it to you during Christmas, but your grades weren't good, so I didn't. And I was hoping your grades would improve so I could give it to you, but they didn't. So now I'm telling you, hoping that that motivates you." And then I was like, well, yeah, it does. But then I felt guilty that, you know, like, my mom worked really hard to get a PS5 for me, and she just hasn't given it to me because, like, you know, I wasn't doing something so
Yeah,
simple as
you were like, I
to,
don't really
like, get
deserve
good
it, so
grades. Yeah. So, like, I felt guilty and I didn't want to look at it because, you know, I felt guilty that, you know, she worked that hard to get it for me, and I did nothing to, like, earn it. But then, like, curiosity got the best of me, and I went into the closet to look for it, and I saw it, and I was, wow, wow, it's a PS5 like right here. I have it, and I could have had this during Christmas time, but I wasn't doing my schoolwork. Like, wow. And then the two grades that I did have an A in was geometry. No, not geometry. Hell no. Geography. My bad. And my elective, which is like cartoon and comics. And the only reason I have good grades in those classes is because I actually like the teachers, and they make like doing the work fun, right? So I actually do it. And you know, when I actually do my work, I end up getting good grades. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I gotta put in the work to get that PS5, and you know, it would be really cool to have a PS5. So
yeah, it's like sold out
I
everywhere. How did she even get it? I don't
she told me she just had to wait in line like in the morning, like really really early in the morning before they restocked, and then she ended up getting one. So like, you know, yeah, basically I gotta work hard to get my grades up, and then you know, boom, PS5, which is gonna be so cool. But yeah, yeah, PS5, pretty cool.
All right, so how long has it been since Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like the two new episodes we watched came out? I don't even remember.
Um, a week and 3 days, 4 days, cause Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Today's Monday, so a week and yeah, 11 days.
It's been a while. Yeah, so we have about, I think it's two episodes to talk about,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so there's a lot.
yeah,
Well, the fourth episode, right? Because we're on the fifth
yeah. We're
episode
on
now.
that. Yeah.
So in the fourth episode, the third episode cliffhanger was that the the Dora Milaje from Wakanda, you know, Black Panther,
Mhm.
are trying to
Take Zemo
capture
back.
Zemo,
Yeah,
take
because
Zemo
he killed their king. Yeah.
because he killed their like previous king.
Yeah.
And in the fourth episode, they expand more on that. They they're like mad at Bucky, or maybe they're not really mad. They're like disappointed in him that he would like break out the person that like killed their king. So they're pretty triggered about it. They're like, why would you do that? Like when did you when did you think that was a good idea? And I mean, I still think it's kind of a good idea because I don't hate Zemo. I actually really like Zemo. He's really cool. I never thought I would actually like him more than Captain America, but it came to the time where now I like him more than Captain America. As in John Walker's Captain America, not as in Steve Rogers' Captain America. Steve Rogers' Captain America is amazing. But in this new episode, John Walker finds them and he's like, yeah, you guys gotta hand over Zemo. Like, why would you break him out? That's like, you weren't supposed to do that. So you guys are gonna give us Zemo, and then me and what was his name? His partner.
Battlestar.
And me and Battlestar.
His real name was Lamar Hoskins.
Oh yeah, me and Lamar, we're gonna go catch Zemo. No,
Yeah.
not Zemo. Sorry, Carly.
Yeah. Carly Rae Jepsen. No, I'm joking.
So Carly, lady, I just met you.
We're gonna get copyright. Calm down.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but basically, they're honestly John Walker was being like a real dick the whole episode.
Yeah.
He just wasn't understanding like the severity of this.
You're
And then
talking
he comes
about
along.
episode 4, right?
Yeah, episode
Okay,
four.
yeah.
And then throughout the episode, partner Lamar is like, look, man, just let them do what they need to do. Like, maybe it'll work. Like he's reasoning with them, and
Yeah.
he's got his shitty partner, John, right? He's just like, yeah, fuck them. We don't care about them. And I was like, I really like John. He was definitely my favorite. He was not as in like my favorite from the series, but like he was a really good partner. I could see
You mean
why
Lamar?
Yeah, Lamar.
Oh, it's because I thought I heard you say John, that's why.
No, I don't like John.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
But then later in the episode, they're fighting with Carly and her gang, right? And
Wait, you forgot an important part. Sam was actually reasoning with Carly, right? Because Carly is basically...
oh, right, yeah.
She's like killing people
She's literally just a kid. She's just a kid.
Yeah, and he was reasoning with her, saying like, I believe in what you're doing. What you're doing is right, but the way you're doing it is not right. He's like, yeah, he's like, I could help you, so that we can make things right. And then things were going smooth until John Walker walked in. It's funny how we don't even address him as Captain America.
It's just John. It's really just John.
But he walked in and had her like ruin everything and stuff, you know? And like, he even gave Sam like a time frame, and he didn't even obey by that time frame. And even Bucky pointed it out. And like, it hasn't been 10 minutes yet. He's like, I don't care. And then he like rushed in, and I was like, bruh, you know, like.
You're ruining it. You're ruining it for everyone.
Yeah, but yeah, you forgot that part. But yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, but basically that happened, and after that, Carly like is like, oh Sam, so this is all that was. You were just talking to me to get me out of to like distract me, and they come and they, you know, right? And so she doesn't trust them now, and so she starts running away, right? So everyone starts running.
Wait,
after
sorry,
her.
your voice is really laggy.
Oh, it is. I'm sorry about that. No, that was happening here. Give me a second. Let me just turn off my internet.
Oh, okay, well, Angel disconnected, so we'll be right back. To avoid the Falcon and the Winter Soldier spoilers, skip to the time on screen now.
But basically, they all start running after Carly, right?
Yeah.
And a fight breaks out, and no, I think it's Carly herself. Yeah, Carly herself grabs Lamar, and
not even. She
basically
didn't even grab him. She just slapped him across the face.
She just absolutely kicked him into a pillar, and the force
I
from
think
it
she
broke his
punched
back.
him, no?
I think so. I
It
kind of
wasn't even
remember
his
being a
back, it was
kid.
his head. He hit his
Yeah,
head
like this.
on the pillar.
He hits his head on a pillar and he dies.
Yeah.
And then John gets absolutely pissed. He's like, Lamar, come on. Like, that's his partner. They were in the war together. That's obviously going to suck.
Yeah.
And he gets super angry. He's like, what'd
Oh
you
wait, hold
do?
on.
And then
Okay,
she
hold on.
just runs away.
So I saw on, I don't know how many people thought this way, but I saw some kid on TikTok saying like, oh, they just killed one of the, like, the flag smashers, right? They just killed one of the people that they're fighting, and their goal is to kill Captain America. Now that that guy's out the way, why don't they just kill Captain America, right? But no, they ran away, and then he's like, why not just kill him? And then they obviously just killed one of the other guys, and then I was like, what? No, I was like, literally, they saw it. Like, they didn't want to kill that guy in the first place, right? And then they, freaking, then they saw John Walker's face. Like, you could tell he was really, really mad. And obviously he's really skilled, because even without the super soldier serum, you know, he was really skilled. And when people get mad, you know, they go out of
Right?
control.
Sorry, we
And,
forgot to mention. He took the serum.
oh yeah, yeah, freaking
Yeah,
Zemo
we completely
destroyed
forgot to mention.
some of
So
the
Zemo
super
destroyed all
serum
the vials of the
vials.
super serum.
Except
And
for one,
then
because it was like behind like a jug of water.
and
So
John
then
Walker
John
took it.
Walker took it, and then you could. Some people were like, "Oh yeah, but it didn't really say that he took the serum." Like, it's kind of
But
obvious. He bent a metal bar, landed on a freaking car from like the third story, didn't get hurt. He freaking, like, come on, you know, like, it's pretty obvious. But basically
we
they,
also forgot to mention he got his ass kicked by the Dora Milaje. Best
yeah,
scene in
that
the
was pretty
entire
funny.
episode. He got
But
his ass
basically,
handed.
like, why would they stay there when they know he's a super soldier? They know he's mad. They know his previous history where, like, you know, he's really talented. So, like, now that he's a super soldier, he could be on par with them. And then when people are mad, they get angrier and they lose control, you know? Like, they get stronger, they get mad, they lose control. So, like, obviously it was right of them to run away, right?
All
So,
right.
but yeah, some kid on TikTok was like, "Oh, why not just kill him?" Like, oh my god. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. But yeah,
But then when they kill Lamar, he gets angry. He starts chasing after one of the
no, they run
one
away
of
first.
the.
They run away and then they
They
start.
run away first, and then he starts chasing after one
Yeah,
of the
like
flag
wait, hold
smashers.
on. They kind of like look around and like disbelief, like, oh my god, did we just like kill that guy? Like, oh shit, like this is not good. And then you
No, we
know
gotta
John
get out of
Walker
here.
kind of like stares at them like, oh no, you didn't. And then you know, then they start running away, and then he starts chasing them. But like the way he chases them, he jumps out of a window from like 3 stories up, lands on a car,
Does the
crushes the
superhero landing?
car. Yeah, crushes the car, and then yeah, and then continue. Because this is the best part. Not the best, but like, you know, the most important part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sorry, go ahead.
then he pins one of them down to like a
No, he throws a shield at him to knock him down.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then he like
and
pins
then
him
he's
down
like,
with his foot.
yeah, then he's like
And
trying to get back up. He throws a shield again, and then yeah, then he steps on him and stuff. Yeah,
and then he
yeah,
steps
sorry.
on him and pins him down to the floor, right? And then the guy's yelling at me. He's like, "It wasn't me. I wasn't the one that did it, dude. Like, come on, chill. Like, we can talk this out and everything."
Yeah,
And then he starts bashing his head in, right? It was his head, right?
I think I thought it was his chest, but maybe
I
it was
thought it
his
was
head.
his chest too, but maybe it was his head.
Yeah, maybe.
So he just starts bashing him with the shield over and over and over again. And then you see blood all over the floor and on the shield. And then it like pans out and you see that there's like a ton of people around them.
Wait, you forgot
Like,
that one POV scene where it looks like you're the one getting crushed by John Walker.
oh
And
yeah,
like
yeah,
you could
it's like
just
a point of
see
view.
the like, excuse me, sorry, you could see like the terror in his eyes, you know, like or like or not the terror in his eyes because he wasn't the one that was scared. Like the malicious intent in his eyes, like you could see, like, you know, like he was looking at, like, it was scary, you know, like that's what I'm trying to say. But
He's trying
like
to kill that guy. Yeah.
yeah, like in that one POV scene I was like, oh god damn. And then yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, and then he kills him. and it pans out to like a ton of people around him recording, and they're all like, "Wow, Captain America just killed someone," because he's Captain America, or
Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, he is Captain America, and everyone's like in disbelief that like Captain America didn't just kill someone, right?
Yeah.
And then the episode ends like on that cliffhanger, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That just happened.
it was super crazy. And then yeah, and then oh no, and then it shows like Sam and Bucky like finally catching up with him, and then seeing what he did, and they're like, "Come on, man!" Like they don't say anything, but you could tell by like their faces, like, "Did you really just do that?" Especially in front of all these people, like, and then you could tell like right then and there, like, Sam regretted giving up the shield,
Yeah,
cause I mean, it's tarnishing the legacy that Steve built, and
yeah, and Steve had like an amazing legacy. He was like America's child.
yeah. But yeah, so that plays into episode 5, right? So I'm not gonna start off right where episode 5 left off, but let's talk about the legacy, right? So, so Sam, from what I think is going on, is
Hello, editor Sebastian right here.
he gave up the
Right
shield
here, the clip
because
got
he,
cut off, so I had to restart the recording. And so sorry if this next part doesn't really make that much sense. Yeah, sorry.
so he didn't believe that. From what I think is that he didn't believe that a black man could like carry on the legacy that Steve Rogers like had, right? So he thought the best thing was to put that legacy to rest, which was, donating the shield to the museum, right? But then, the military went behind his back and they gave the shield to John Walker. And then he was fine with it at first because, John Walker seemed like a good guy. He had all these medals of honor or something like that. Like, and then, John Walker committed murder in front of all those people, and right then and there he knew that he had to step up, or like not that he had to step up, but like he knew that like he regretted it basically, like giving up the shield, and he's like, I should have never done that, and then like then the fight sequence pans out, and then the talk that he has with Isaiah Bradley, where like Isaiah is telling him about like all the bad stuff that he went through, and like a black person can never become like Captain America because nobody would accept it, and then like Sam tries telling him that it's different now,
That
like
actually happened in episode 5. So.
yeah, I know, I'm talking about episode 5.
Oh,
Like
okay.
we're gonna talk about the whole thing, but I'm talking about the legacy of Captain America. But and then Sam, like, after like he wasn't, I don't think he was gonna do it after having a talk with Isaiah Bradley, but then he has a talk with like his sister and with Bucky, and then he realizes that like things are different now and nothing's gonna change unless he, you know, changes it himself. Like he has to be that change that people are seeking. So he has to become Captain America, and he has to be that symbol that so many people need, right? Especially like the blip and all that.
Yeah.
He like starts training and stuff like that, and then then he opens that suit or the briefcase, and then we're finally gonna get to see him in his like Captain America suit, which is gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, let's talk about the episode from the beginning. I'll let you do it. Sorry.
All right. So at the beginning of the episode, it's John Walker running away. He's running because he literally just killed someone, and he knows that they're gonna like punish him for it. So he's running away. He goes into like an abandoned factory or something, and in the factory, he he just he like tries to hide, and then Bucky and Sam catch up to him, and they're like, look, just
Wait,
turn
I don't
yourself
think he
in.
was trying to hide. I think he was like ashamed because like that thing where he did where he was like on his knees on the ground, like head on the shield, like you know, I don't think he like was hiding. I think he was just kind of like damn, I can't believe I let the rage of like my dead friend take over me like that. and I killed this
Oh
innocent
yeah.
guy in front of all these people. So then, but then like, then he just like kind of like snaps out of it, and he's like, oh well, it can't be said anymore. And then he like gets all like serious, and I don't know, that was weird, but yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but in the then he starts. He just
Wait, hold on. Okay,
so
wait, hold on, sorry. Just like a little change of scenery, cause there's new challenges. You guys are just gonna hear me, or if you are watching the podcast and not just listening, then you could see me doing my challenges, and we're also gonna be talking at the same time. But yeah, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, but in the episode, well, in the rest of the episode, Sam and Bucky finally they catch up with John Walker, right? And they're like, look, just turn yourself in. It'll be a lot easier, a lot smoother. And he's like, oh, I see what you guys are trying to do. You guys just want to take the shield from me, right? And they're like, no, you're kind of on crack. That's not what we're
Yeah,
trying to do. We're just telling you to turn yourself in because what you did was wrong. And he's like, no, you guys want to do this, right? Let's do it then. And then Bucky's like, all right, you know what? Let's fight. And so Bucky throws the first punch. Walker blocks it. It's a fight. And then at the end of the fight, they
it's a fight.
it's a fight. It's a fight. And they break John Walker's arm, and that's how they take the shield off of him. Because now that he has the super soldier serum, he's like super strong, and he's like a really good trained soldier. So they
Yeah.
weren't really they were a match for him, but it was a difficult fight for them.
Yeah, I mean, you could
And
tell it was really difficult because it was 2-on-1, and they were still getting like clapped,
and
you
they were
know. So
losing.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and like, literally, John Walker was about to kill freaking Sam, and then Bucky like last second saved him, you know. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, that's just how you know like how strong he is. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
get you.
sorry, go ahead.
And then they take the shield off of him by breaking his arm and sliding it off.
Oh
And
yeah,
then okay,
also,
yeah.
John Walker pins Sam to the ground and rips his wings off, and
Oh
then
yeah.
he's about to kill him with the shield the same way that he did to the other guy. And then but then
Bucky
Bucky
saves him.
says, but yeah, those ripped wings are important for later on. Just saying,
Yeah,
cause
well,
yeah, you forgot
yeah.
it.
He rips his wings and Bucky saves him, and then they win the fight, right? And then what else happens after that? Oh yeah, it later in the episode, it's John Walker standing trial because he killed someone that he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah,
So they strip him of like his title as Captain America. They're like, all right, we're gonna need you to turn in the shield too. And
and they
he's
take
like,
away
he
his
starts arguing.
benefits.
Oh yeah, and they
Because
take
if you
away his
don't know,
benefits.
when you retire from the military, you get a bunch of benefits. Like you get like opportunities to get like good jobs like in the military, but like not as a soldier, but like as like with my dad, like he retired, right, and then he got benefits where like um he gets he got paid like I think he like surveys like submarines and stuff like that, so he's like always like on like watching submarines on like a computer screen and stuff like that. But like he was able to get that job because he's a vet, So like that's one of the benefits that John Walker was stripped of is what I was trying to say. Was like being able
Yeah,
to get a job, healthcare, insurance, stuff like that. But
yeah.
yeah, also
And
Captain
then
America. But yeah, sorry.
oh yeah, straight with his title, Captain America. And then he sits down on like a bench with his wife. Apparently, I didn't even know he had a wife. I
Bro, they
completely
show
forgot
her
about that.
in like
They
the
show it in the
first
first
episode.
episode, but it's just that it was so overshadowed by everything else going on that I like forgot about it.
Bro.
So I wasn't thinking like, oh yeah, he's got a wife. I just wasn't. It wasn't on my mind at the time. I was like, oh, he's got a wife. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
But he's got a wife, and his wife is telling him like, "Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm here for you." All that, very, very cute husband and wife stuff. The basic stuff you tell your husband who just murdered someone.
What?
And
Okay.
and then this lady walks in, right? She's just like, "Oh man, man, do you know how hard it is to run in heels? And he's like, who the fuck are you? Like, who is this
Yeah.
lady? And why is she here? Why is she
I
important?
kind of hated her right away because of her
The way
I
she
don't.
spoke and how she just like spoke because she was above everyone
Yeah,
else. I
she's
hate
like so casual, like walking up to this guy, and she's like, I would have just killed all of them, and then like, oh yeah, my name is this and this. Like the best choice you're ever gonna make in your life is calling me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, I just
She just seemed really self-centered. I
like
was like, this bitch is conceited.
like some people would say it's confidence, but like other like, yeah, I don't know, I don't like that. I don't know, I just thought it was weird. Yeah, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but then she comes and she's like, all right, so give me a call whenever you're in danger, right? And so he does. He's like, yeah, cool, I will, don't worry. Well, he doesn't do it, but she like gives him his card, and I assume he does at some point, but he doesn't do it in the episode. And then the rest of the episode is just like Sam and Bucky helping Sam's sister with like the boat that she's like trying to fix and sell because it's like their families, and then Sam's like, oh no, don't sell the boat, it's part of our family. That's like super not cash money, man. So
I guess, but wasn't
yeah.
that sarcastic? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, I didn't mean to be sarcastic.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
But no, yeah, they're helping a sister, and
And then
then
Bucky starts flirting with her. Like,
yeah, and then Sam's
yo.
like, you flirt with my sister again, I'm gonna feed you to one of them fishes.
No, he said, I'll have like Larry or something. I forgot his name. He's like, I'll have Larry cut you up and like feed you to
Feed
the
you to the
fish.
fish.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, don't go on killing my man's right there.
I think I don't remember if he did do this, but I think like Bucky like smirked and was like, yeah, okay, I'm the super soldier here, you know.
Yeah.
But whatever. But yeah, sorry.
He's like,
They
I
were
can
fixing
take on a
shit.
guy named Larry.
Yeah, I
But
don't
yeah,
even remember his name.
the rest of the episode is just very similar to that. It's just them talking it out, and then you see Sam
A
training.
bonding moment.
A
Like,
bonding moment.
yeah, like them fixing the shit, bonding, stuff like that. Yeah.
And then Sam goes and visits Isaiah Bradley, right?
Yeah.
And so with Isaiah, he starts talking to him. He's like, all right, what happened? Why did you?
Wait, didn't he do that before they met up?
No. He did it as they were like when he was there. He was like, all right, what happened? Why is it that you just hate this? Like, what's wrong? And he was even gonna give him the shield. He was like, but Isaiah was like, is that what I think it is? And then he was gonna zip it. He was like, don't even bother. I don't want it.
Yeah.
And then Isaiah explains.
I could have sworn it was after or before he meets. He like Bucky comes over to his like place, like the docks.
It's during. It's during.
I don't. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but basically, Isaiah explains what happened. He explains that when he took the serum, there was a bunch of people in like a camp also taking the serum. So then they all got like captured, right?
Wait, hold on, because you're not doing it justice.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not very good at explaining. I don't remember much.
Yeah, just like in the comics, not exactly like the comic, but just like kind of like in the comics, a lot of black people were, or I think it was like soldiers, but I'm pretty sure I don't remember if it was just soldiers or people, but a lot of them were told like, in the comics it was syphilis or syphilis, whatever, but in the MCU it was tetanus. But they were like, oh, we're giving you guys free tetanus shots, like, here, you want it, and like stuff like that, right? But in reality, it was experimental super soldier serum, and then every like a lot of his like men, like not men, but like
Friends.
yeah, like his friends that were like also experimented on were captured by they were POW, prisoners of war, right? Because in the MCU at least they were fighting during the Korean War, right? And freaking whatchamacallit? Sorry, it's because I'm playing Death Run. Um, in the comics at least, because that's basically what happened. In the comics, he stole a Captain America costume, went to go save his friends from the POW camp, and then after that he got arrested for it, right? Because they didn't want people to find out that, you know, he had a super soldier serum. But they blamed it on him stealing the costume, right? So in the MCU, they never said that he stole the costume, but they said that he did rescue his friends from the POW camp, right? And then he got arrested for it, and they never were gonna let him out because they were doing tests on him, because all of the other people that they put the serum in ended up dying, but Isaiah Bradley didn't, and they were trying to figure it out. They were trying to figure out why, but they were like, freaking, sorry, they were trying to figure out why because like he was the only one who survived, and then they threw him in jail, and they never, I don't think they ever had any intentions of letting him out, because you know how he only got out because that nurse faked his death certificate, and then, you know, he escaped,
Oh yeah.
and then, you know, now he's presumed dead, but he's not actually dead. That's why he doesn't want to become Captain America, because then the government will be after him again, stuff like that, right? But, freaking, oh, I finished my quest. Uh, basically while he was in jail, he got like caught up, did a bunch of tests on him. Like they were trying to figure out why the serum worked. They're trying to recreate the serum. They took a lot of his blood because, you know, they're trying to recreate the serum. Like a bunch of stuff like that. And it was basically hell, and he was there for 30 years, right?
Yeah, it was 30
Yeah.
years.
And he was never allowed to see his wife. His wife was told that he was dead. All the letters that his wife would send him would never, like, he would never be able to see them until eventually one of the nurses that were there with him took sympathy, or not sympathy, felt pity, uh, took pity on him, and, you know, faked his death certificate, gave him all the letters that his wife sent him. But by the time he was out of the jail, his wife was already dead, and, you know, he was with his grandson, stuff like that. And he told Bucky, like, I mean, not Bucky, he told Sam, like, all this stuff I went to, all through, was because I'm black. He's like, um, I'm not a white, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Steve Rogers. I'd never be accepted as Captain America, and neither will you. He's like, you can't be Captain America. It'll never be accepted in today's society. He's like, I mean, look at my scars, and he like showed him his scars, and like, they're horrifying scars. Like, you know, like he really went through all that. You know, like it's, like I don't know, yeah, but and then yeah, and then Sam was like considering like not doing it, or like I think he was like trying to change his mind. I don't remember too clearly, but he's all like, it's different now. He's like, it's not the same as how it used to be. Maybe I'd be accepted as Captain America as a black man, but then like, but then Isaiah Bradley was all like, you and I both know that'll never happen and stuff like that. And then he's all like, like Sam was kind of like believing it, like, yeah, maybe you're right. And then I'm pretty sure then he met up with his sister, and then Bucky, and then they had that talk, and then Bucky was all like, uh, when Steve told me that he was planning on giving you the shield, both me and him didn't know what it was like to give the shield to a black man. Like, we don't know the struggles that you guys go through because we're white, and we don't know the problems that you're facing. But seeing you give up that shield, like, was like, it was like basically the only family I have, because Sam isn't, I mean, Steve isn't here anymore, and then you give away that shield, it's like I lost my last piece of my family, you know. So like that's why I was on you about like giving it up, and like, why would you do that, stuff like that. And then he's like, I'll never understand what you guys have to go through, so I just want you to understand, like, please, I need you to be Captain America, stuff like that. Like, it was something like that, basically. And then, you know, he helped Sam. Sam helped him, like, get over his stuff that he dealt with. Like, remember, like, in the first episode where he had to go to therapy because of all the horrendous crimes that he committed, and like, stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
And, like, Sam was all like, you're trying to make amends with yourself. You need to make amends with the other people, make them feel better about themselves, and then maybe you'll feel better about yourself after some time and stuff like that. And then Bucky was like, yeah, you're right. I think his name was Mr. Amajiki. No, I think right? Mr. Amajiki?
I think so.
I think so, yeah, but he was basically indirectly telling him to like, you know, tell him what he did because he was right there. Like, he was right there. Mr. Majiki was like, why did my son have to die? Like, why? And then Bucky could even, like, muster up the courage to tell him, you know, like, I was the one who killed your son, stuff like that. But, like, they basically were both helping each other.
Oh, his name is Yori.
Oh, okay, well,
I just looked it up right now because even I didn't remember.
yeah, sorry, I think it was, like, Yori Amajiki, yeah? Because in the book it said
Something like that.
Amajiki, no? Like, the
I
little...
think so. Wait, I'm.
yeah, whatever, but, yeah, like, they were both, like, helping each other, like, they were bonding, like, especially after, like, repairing Sam's, like, parents', boat and stuff like that, and then they had, like, that whole, like, training session and stuff, and then finally, like, they parted their ways, and then, like, Sam said he was, like, or Bucky said he was gonna go, like, make amends, stuff like that, and then Sam finally opens the briefcase that he received from Bucky, that Bucky asked the Dora Milaje to make for him. So obviously Wakanda has an abundance of vibranium, so I'm pretty sure the new wingsuit is, you know, made of vibranium. And then there's also been leaked like pop vinyls and stuff like that. And like there was a leaked pop vinyl for Wanda in her Scarlet Witch outfit, which like ended up being real. So there's a pop vinyl for Sam in his Falcon outfit, but it was Captain America themed. You know, so like I'm pretty sure that that costume's gonna be like the new Captain America, but with the wings, and then you know he has a shield and all that. So yeah, right then and there, right when he was about to open, or like right as he opened it, and he looked at it in disbelief, the episode ended, and then I was like, oh my god. And then talk about the post credit, mid credit, whatever, the
So
credit scene.
then it's the credits, right? And the post-credit scene is John Walker making a new Captain America shield because they took his, right?
Yeah.
And it's probably gonna break apart as soon as someone punches it, but like,
I saw a video, right? And then he was all like, I don't know what John Walker's thinking with that shield because it's just regular metal compared to vibranium. He's all like, unless it's somehow adamantium or like something like that. He's all like, Sam's just gonna cut through that shield like butter with his vibranium shield. And then I was like, oh bruh. Cause like, regular metal compared to vibranium is like, it's a joke, you know? Like, come on. Like, what are you
yeah,
gonna do with
it's
that?
literally terrible.
And then he like, welded on his like, medals of honor onto it. And like, that was like, kind of like, weird. Like, it was like, obsessive behavior almost. You know, like, I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah,
But, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I think that's about it, right? End of the episode.
Oh yeah, it just ended like that. Yeah. Alright, sorry, it's because I'm playing Treasure Wars. Come on, dude. Wow, I suck on the PS5. Or not the PS5, but with the PS5
You have a
controller.
PlayStation 5?
I do, technically. I'm actually gonna die. Okay, so, a quick story, right? Also, by the way, I totally won that game. Did not die at all. I blame it on, the controller. I'm not used to playing on a controller. But, anyways, I used to live in, Murrieta, right? And Murrieta's like a really, like, it's basically a desert that they made into, like, suburban area. Like, they built houses in, right? And it's really hot. Everything's really far apart because it's a desert. And I used to have to wake up at 6 a.m., leave at 7 a.m. to go to school, and my mom would leave at like 5 a.m. to go to work. So she wasn't able to take us. I mean, considering like I don't have a dad and you know he can't take me, so you know, so she wasn't able to take us because she had to go to work really early and like, so my sister and I just kind of like had to ride our bikes to school, like really, really early because, like I said before, everything's super far away from each other in Marietta. And yeah, so we were riding our bike home, and some we stopped. Like, this girl was like pulling out of a parking lot, right? Wait, sorry, Angel, are you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, but this like woman, she was like pulling out of a parking lot, right? And I stopped, and she stopped, and then I assumed she was letting us go because we had a pass to go to like um we had to cross the street basically, right? And I was like, oh, okay, she's letting us pass. And then I did like the thing where like I raised my hand and I thank her for like letting us pass. So then I started passing, and then as soon as I started passing, she like sped up like pretty fast, and she like rammed into like just
She
like
was trying to run you over.
like like just like an FYI, my 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 bike had like a metal bar in the middle, like it was pretty high up basically, and like my knees were like lined up with this bar, basically, right? So that's just like an FYI, cause like you need to know that. Okay, so then she like she stopped, and then I thought she was letting us go, but in reality she wasn't, because she was on her phone, and then freaking she sped up as I was passing by, and she hit me, and she hit my knee, and then my knee like got crushed in between a car and a metal bar, and like it really hurt, but because of like the adrenaline I wasn't really feeling it that much. And then she's like, oh my god, are you okay? I just hit a kid. She's like, are you okay? I'm so sorry. And then she's like, whoa, oh my god. And then she's like, are you okay, are you okay? And then I was like, yeah, I'm fine, because like the adrenaline was like, like I didn't really feel much at that point, and then she's like, I'm so sorry, you're okay, right? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And then my sister was like, oh my god, like you just got like rammed by a car right now. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, what the heck? And then I was like, I'm fine. And then we started riding our bikes back home, right? And just like a FYI, like our bikes, or like for the last bit of our bike ride, it's uphill, right? So like I just got a busted knee because I was hit by a car, and I had to ride my bike uphill to like to go back to my house. And then my knee started hurting, and then I called my mom, and she was still at work at this time. And then I told her like, Mom, I got hit by a car, and my knee wasn't hurting at first, but now it is. Like, what should I do? She's like, what? So then I think she got off of work early. I'm not too sure. She's right here. Mom, did you get off of work early when I got hit by a car? No? Oh, okay. Well, she didn't get off of work early, but she eventually like took me to like the ER. Wow, I just got knocked off. And then she was like, oh, my son got hit by a car. I need help. His knee was like crushed in between his bike and like his the car and like stuff like that. And then they did like some X-rays, and like it's sprained, but like it's fine. Like he'll be fine. Like it's not broken or anything. So like he'll be fine and like stuff like that, right? And then they're like he just has to wear like a brace for a bit, and then he'll be fine. And then like I wore a brace for like literally a couple days, and then I started wearing like bandages, and then like yeah, and then that was it. And then yeah, it wasn't hurting at first. And then when I told people about it, because I don't know if you know, but our friend Jerry was in a similar situation that I was in. He got hit by a car, and then right away he asked the person for money because he got hit by a car, but his wasn't even as bad as mine. And then they said, I'm sorry, but I don't have any money. And then actually his was worse. He got hit in the tire, his front tire. His front tire was bent, like broken bent, and um like he wasn't that hurt, but like, you know, his bike was broken, and like he asked for money, but like they never, they were like, "Oh, sorry, I don't have any money. Um just like, yeah, sorry." And then he's like, "Oh, that's fine, I guess." And then they never gave Jerry money, and then he had a broken bike, so like he kind of deserved it, you know? Like, what was I gonna do with money with a freaking sprained knee? You know what I mean? Like, if my bike was broken, I would have taken the money, but you know, I told Jerry about it because he told me about it, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I was hit by a car one time, and I never asked the girl for money." He's like, "Are you dumb?" He's like, "You should have just asked for money." He's like, "What the hell?" And then I was like, "Oh, bro, I just fell." And then I was like, "Yeah, you're right, but I mean, oh well." I didn't think about it. I was fine at the time, cause like all the adrenaline, but then it started to hit me, and like, you know, I wasn't fine. But he's like, "You should have took the money." And then my cousin came over the other day, and then I told her this story, and then she's like, "You're stupid." I was like, "Why?" She's like, "You should have taken the money." I was like, "Hell yeah, you're right, but I mean, oh well." I mean, yeah. And then I think my mom like posted on Facebook like my son was hit by a silver Honda. It was a white lady, blonde hair. She had sunglasses on. If anybody can find this lady, I'm trying to like make her pay like money. My son's in the ER and stuff. And then like I don't think she was ever found because, you know, I mean, I probably would have had more to say for the story. But yeah, freaking I was hit by a car. My knee got crushed. Wasn't anything like super horrible, but it was crushed, and like, yeah, yeah, that's basically it. Hello?
What's up?
Oh, it's because you weren't saying anything.
No, yeah, it's because I was like, oh, he finished. Yeah. So
Yeah,
sorry about that. But no,
I'm
yeah.
in a game of Treasure Wars right now. Let's just do the intro without even
Oh, the
pausing.
outro.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
outro, my bad. Yeah, let's just do the outro without even pausing. Um, alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, share with a friend because we get no views, share with a family member because views, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Um, Angel, anything to
Thank
add?
you all for watching. Bye.
Yep, bye.